Talking about economy.
Job rates are up. That's a good sign.
It sure is. The experts predict we have seen the end of this recession. With job rates going up, productivity should also increase. By next quarter, we should have exports back on track.
Why do recessions occur?
I don't know, but it is certain that as the world develops its global economy, the condition of one country will certainly have a big impact on many others. One region experiencing a slowdown can cripple many other countries around the world.
So, do you keep up with the economic news?
I do. It seems to me that China is going to be a big player in the Asian region.
What makes a good economy?
A good workforce who are well educated and work hard. The highly educated nations usually do the best on the global stage.
Talking about politics.
What did you think of the president's address?
I didn't watch it.
How could you miss it? He summed up his vision for the future direction of our very country. What were you doing at the time?
Taking a nap. I hate politics.
Love them or hate them, they are very important. We are living in a democratic society. That doesn't mean that you can just switch off from what's happening.
But I'm just not interested. I'd rather not know.
You people are the ones who complain the loudest when you're not happy with a policy. But while it's being formulated, you do nothing. You don't even know what's going on.
I know the president's son was arrested for drunk driving.
His private life is irrelevant. It should be his policies that interest you. My goodness, where's this country headed?
Talking about children.
Go to bed, Kate.
But Belinda doesn't have to.
Belinda is older, and besides, tomorrow you have your first day of school to look forward to.
I can't wait, Daddy. I get to play with all the other kids.
With other. Remember, you're a schoolgirl now. I want you to speak properly. And school isn't just somewhere to play. I want you to try hard.
I will.
If you do well in school, when you grow up, you can have a job like Daddy's.
What if I don't try hard?
Then you'll end up with a job like Mummy's.
Talking about internet.
The internet is all the rage at the moment.
It has been for many years now.
Our company couldn't exist without the internet. It just wouldn't be possible.
Have you ever met anyone online?
No, I use computers all day at work. I'm not particularly keen on getting home and then using a computer again.
But don't you work from home?
When I do, I send the work back to the office over the net, but I don't waste my time chatting.
I do. I can speak to people from around the world, and the computer translates their text straight into English.
So rather than try and learn a new language, you rely on the computer to do all the work.
Give me a break. We can't learn every language, you know. And I can communicate with people I would not normally be able to.
When computer translation is reliable enough for business, then I'll be interested. For me, the internet is a business tool, not a toy.
Talking about genetics.
Eyes?
Blue.
Nose?
Big, but not too big.
Head?
Just a standard size will be fine.
What's going on? What are you two doing?
We're filling in the application form for our new GM baby.
There's no way I would ever consider doing that. The natural way is the best.
But what if your kids could be smarter, just by paying a small fee after conception?
It just feels so wrong.
Well, many parents are choosing the characteristics of their children now. It's quite inexpensive.
Right. If this child turns out the way we want, next time we might take advantage of this company's 2-for-1 offer.
What's the offer?
Have one child genetically modified and get a guaranteed twin for only $5 more.
I think I'd like a kid who looks like Tom Cruise. There's a special on celebrities this week.
You'd better hope the kid's not a girl then.
Talking about high technology.
It's time to leave the office for the night. Firstly, I log off my computer. Then I set the electronic security system.
That's pretty advanced.
Now I'll quickly send a short message to my wife and take the elevator down to the basement.
Is this where you park?
Yes, the car park is under constant video surveillance, so my car is quite safe. Please get in.
Thank you. Where's your key?
There's no need. I have keyless entry, and the steering wheel recognizes my fingerprints before starting the car. Now we can look at the navigation system to find the best route home.
That's amazing! It even shows all the roads that are congested at the moment.
Using GPS, I can rely on this to direct me home. Now I just need to find my e-card to automatically open the gate, and we can drive out.
Pretty soon, cars will be driving themselves.
Maybe, but in the meantime, why not help me find the remote control for my garage door?
Here it is, and here we are.
When I turn off my home alarm, the house will automatically turn on the lights and set the climate to a comfortable level.
I have to get home, but I don't need all of this fancy technology. I think I'll just walk.
Talking about health.
I'm going to go on a diet.
Why? You're as skinny as a rake.
I want to stay looking good.
You should eat well and do some regular exercise. Not eating won't do your health any good.
How do you stay fit?
I eat a good breakfast and I go jogging every night.
I never eat breakfast. I never feel hungry when I get up.
So I suppose you have a big dinner instead, then go to bed with a full stomach.
Usually.
That's a recipe for disaster and a great way to get fat. A big breakfast and a small dinner is better for our bodies, and nutritionists recommend it.
Talking about sex.
Wow! I didn't know this film was going to be so hot.
Neither did I. If I knew, I wouldn't have come to see it.
Really? Why not? There's nothing wrong with a bit of smut occasionally.
Is that right? Don't you find that it distorts your view of things?
Maybe, maybe not. But these types of films are very big business today. People will pay a lot of money to see this type of thing. In this consumerist age, that's reason enough.
Well, they should at least restrict who can see it. The kids in front of us don't look older than 14. When they watch something like this, it has to affect their view of others around them. Adults at least are supposed to discern between what's right and wrong.
Do you really think that's the case?
I said supposed. Anyway, watch the film.
Talking about social topics.
Don't drop that there. Put it in the trash can.
What difference does it make to you?
Well, I hear you complaining that foreigners find our city untidy and unpleasant for starters. Imagining if no one dropped litter, the city would be cleaner and more attractive.
You might be right, but what about the other problems we have? Drug use, for example, also gives the city a bad reputation. They need to put all the drug users into prison, I reckon.
I don't agree. The people who traffic drugs and the ones who sell them should be severely punished. But addicts are often caught in a helpless cycle of crime, addiction, and rehabilitation. More should be done to rebuild their lives and separate them from their own destructive lifestyles.
Wow, you're quite the crusader. What have you got to say about other crimes?
Well, drugs are a major cause of crime, as is youth boredom. Teenagers and young adults these days have plenty of spare time. While this may be a good thing, they often have nothing constructive to do with it and end up involved in gangs and petty theft.
So, by providing our kids with more opportunities and more challenges,
they would have less time left for destructive behavior.
Talking about the environment.
The council rejected my building plans.
That's strange. So what happened?
They stated environmental concerns as the reason.
I guess these days the government is really sitting up and taking notice of environmental issues. Mankind has definitely been responsible for altering the environment in ways that can never be undone.
I can understand their concerns, but it's only a very small project. What difference would it make?
You could ask the same question about recycling. What difference does it make? The difference is made when everybody around the world cooperates together.
I've never recycled in my life.
It's not hard, and it's definitely beneficial. If everyone sorted their paper and plastics each week, mankind would make a smaller impression on the earth.
I don't think one person makes a difference.
If everyone thought that way, nothing would ever get done. It's when people work together and do their bit that success is achieved.
Talking about money.
What do you do for a crust?
I'm an investment consultant.
So you really know how to handle money, right?
I know how to handle other people's money. I can't say I'm doing that well myself, though.
Can you imagine a world without money? Wouldn't it be great?
Impossible. Life as we know it would not exist without money.
That's what I mean. Things would be much better.
Without money, how could you arrange for someone to do services? Everyone would be too busy trying to survive for society to ever develop.
I could pay for things with food or something.
Then the thing that you pay with would become the equivalent of money. It's human nature. You can't escape money, so you'd better learn to be wise with it.
Talking about personal finance.
Can you lend me $50?
What? Again? Why do you keep running out of money?
I guess I don't earn enough.
No, I think it's how you budget your life. That's the problem.
That's my business, not yours.
True enough, until the time comes that you need to take my money. I don't know where you're wasting your money, but I think you need to take a look at what's really important.
So how do you survive from payday to payday?
I don't just survive, I put money away as well. I know when I get paid where most of the cash will go, and I stick to my plan. If I follow a budget, I don't have any nasty surprises.
I'm not disciplined enough, I guess.
In a few months, I'm planning to invest my money into some foreign companies. I think you need to reevaluate your spending habits.
Talking about poverty and wealth.
Have you noticed the rich people around town? Do they really live that differently to the rest of us?
No, they go to work, they drive their cars, they eat their dinner.
Rich people seem to show off a little more, but I sure can't see any real differences.
Well, some of them work very hard, you know.
I know a few families who aren't doing so well. Technology has made a lot of jobs obsolete, and that means the unemployment figures go up. So, while the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer.
In a capitalistic society, that's sometimes the way it goes. We all have the right to an education, and we all have opportunities to work hard. At Christmas, I buy groceries and give them to the poorer in the community.
If we all did that every week, instead of waiting for the holiday season, maybe there wouldn't be so many poor people.
Talking about security.
I'll tuck you in, all safe and sound.
Dad, is it really safe to stay at home? I've heard terrible things on TV.
Home is the safest place to be. Terrible things do happen, but if you mind your own business, you'll usually be okay. No one should walk around alone at night.
I know someone whose bike was stolen.
Bikes are an easy target for thieves. Even if you lock them up, the thief can just pick up the bike and walk away. You'd do well to chain it to something solid and put it somewhere you can keep an eye on it.
Am I safe at school?
Yes, if you stay inside the school, the guards will stop the wrong people from coming in. If someone does approach you in the school grounds and you don't know them, don't talk to them. Go and find a teacher or a guard.